performing the same day Maverick City is performing. I have to choose God. Hello everybody. Seems like I'm the only one here, but Wednesday 7:30 my church has a podcast, but like it's not really a podcast, but it's kind of like a podcast, but they only post it on YouTube. It's not like on any podcast streaming platforms, or maybe they will start putting on podcast streaming platforms. But they have like a youth talk where they just talk about, you know, everyday youth stuff, but like in a Christ-centered way, and you know, how to navigate being a youth and trying to follow God. And we're supposed to be filming the first episode of season 2 today, and I was asked to be on it, but I think I'm the only one here. I'm the only one here. I'm gonna call Sam. No way, you guys get to see church vlogs now. Church vlog. Anyway, I got some boba. Like, how beautiful. When you see this work of art, you just thank God, you know, for giving people the insight and wisdom to make something as marvelous as this. There's nothing quite satisfying like the punch. That first sip, man, there's nothing like it. Here's the setup. Very cute. I'm excited. I'm also very nervous. I'm not used to being in front of a camera, you know, I'm very camera shy. Well, I think I've known God like all my life. You know, you grew up in a Christian household, but I think right now is when I've just learned to like completely surrender instead of holding on to, you know, things that you used to do or things that you feel like were a part of you. When you just give all that, that's what I'm learning now, is just give all that up, because there's nothing that I can really attach to myself other than child of God. So I have to act like one and think like one and speak like one. So instead of just being like one leg in, one leg out, it's like total surrender. Hello everyone, I'm a bit late, but I decided to take myself on a little date today. Well, not that I decided to, I just don't think anybody would have came with me, or did I have anybody else to go with? So I'm treating today like a date, okay? So today we are going to, I need to shut this because I can't let you guys see that I've had my closet messy for every single vlog. We're going to the Institute of Contemporary Art Museum in Boston. They're having a Virgil Abloh. I think Virgil Abloh is my long lost dad. I'm not even kidding. I need a DNA test. But they're having a Virgil Abloh exhibition and I want to go see it because I'm a huge fan of Virgil. So yeah, but this is my outfit. I thought I'd show you guys at least that before my camera dies. Hopefully I get some content. I don't think I'm bringing my camera with me, but yeah, my battery's flashing, so I thrifted this bucket hat, thrifted this blue thing. This is Claris, and then this is from Urban Outfitters, I think. And then these shoes, I'm not sure. I think they're Nike something. I'll put it on the screen. I just don't know. I don't know the number. There's too many numbers. A little orange and blue moment. I think they go well together. Do you like it? Okay, I'm late. Literally, my ticket is at 4:30. I'm gonna get there at 4:31. So I gotta go, but I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I figured this last like Debt to Sell vlogs will just be me, you know, going through the motions with you guys. I feel like a lot of you have thought that this process has been easy. It hasn't. It has been I don't even know, you guys. It's 9:38 and I am brushing my teeth for the first time today. Don't even ask me, okay? I do not want to answer any questions right now. Just don't ask me anything about it. Don't.
The call of God becomes a curse. What happens is you made purpose the position. I need your love like I need water in my heart, just like a fire. Jesus, draw me closer to your heart, your heart. Hold me a little closer, take me a little deeper.
I posted on my close friends, I said, I believe my repentance was brought about when Spotify laid my life out for me like this. You guys remember when Spotify did that like star sign astrology chart for like the music that you listen to? And then mine was Maverick City Music, Hillsong United, and Young Stoner Life. I do love me some Young Thug, but that was the beginning of the end. That was, I wouldn't say that's what brought about my repentance. I'm only exaggerating, but I feel like that was the beginning of that was like a little glimpse. It was like a, one of these don't belong. It's spot the odd one out. That was when I started to like really reevaluate some things. But I think looking back on this whole thing, I think it was a series of events, because I do describe waking up one day and just realizing that like a lot of things has to go. But I feel like it wasn't just one day. I think it was, looking back on it, it was like gradually it was like one thing after another and after another. And I started listening to more sermons and I started like, whoa, like I really have to give him my all, you know? Like I can't just give him a part of me. And I feel like a lot of us, we think we're giving God our all, but we really aren't. Like we think that like, yes, you love God so much, you know, you love God, you defend the word, you share your faith to people, but are you living for him, you know? And I was listening to a sermon yesterday in the car, The Paradox of Purpose. I'm gonna link it down below. Everybody needs to watch that sermon. Amazing. It was just like we were created on earth to be with God, you know? We're not supposed to be here doing anything. I think a lot of people think that we're doing things for God and stuff like that, but we're not supposed to be here doing things for God. We're supposed to be with God, and that's our purpose. Every step of the way, we're supposed to be with God. And how are you with God every single day? Is being in his presence. And how do you do that? By reading the word and evoking his presence everywhere. And that has to be with like every action, every thought, everything that's going in your ears, out of your mouth, everything has to have the presence of God in it. And this is what I used to do. I would wake up and I would try to start my mornings with God, you know? I'm like, okay, the least I would do was start my mornings with God. I'm like, that's the least I can do, just start my morning with God. Play worship every morning. And I did. I played worship every morning. And then I end the day with Lil Uzi Vert. How is that supposed to work? Like, how is that supposed to work? So God just deserved the morning. I was like, okay, from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. is yours, God. The rest of the day I get to do whatever I want. And that's not that is not the way to live. Like, that's not the way to live. I would end the day with like dance hall music and trap and just lyrics about nonsense. And I think I figured out like the whole music thing and how to decipher what music I listen to is the content of the music that matters. Like, what are they talking about? What is it edifying, you know? Is it edifying you? Or is it like drugs, sex, money, girls, weed? And that's a lot of the music that I loved. I wasn't even paying attention to the lyrics, but those were, I get so heavily involved in it, and I'm singing and I'm rapping and all of that, and I don't understand how it's having an effect on my mind and my character, as opposed to now that this whole month I've been just listening to worship and edifying music and stuff. It's like, oh, I really want to live the best life. And I'm not here to tell anybody like what to do or anything. I'm just telling you like me, you know, what I've been doing. I think this is the last episode of the Death to Self series because I'm finally back out, you know, I'm back on social media. So that literally defeats the purpose of the whole journey. It was to be off social media. So I feel like we have to wrap it up now thank you guys so much for loving this series. It was truly the best time of my life. I would do anything to like go back and fall in love with God all over again. I have never experienced such true and raw emotion. Those emotions were so strong, and a little part of me is scared because as I slowly go back on social media, I feel like I'm kind of losing it. Like losing the zeal and the fire and the enthusiasm and the love, the strong feelings. I feel like as I go back into the world, I'm realizing myself that I'm slowly spending less time with God, obviously, because I'm now more on my phone, and I feel like my fire is low-key burning out, and it's kind of sad to say. So every day I try to do things to, you know, rekindle it. I'm about to put on a sermon while I clean. I've realized the whole concept of death to self, or dying daily, really is dying daily. You wake up and you're presented with all these things that you could do, and you're like, I choose God. You know, I'm gonna die today and choose God. Like, I don't think there's a day that goes by that I see what people are doing on Instagram now and like thinking like how fun it would be, like Rolling Loud Miami. Everything, you know, everything that people are doing that is in the world and not of God. It's gonna take a long time for me to not want to do any of those things, you know? You see that and you're like, that looks like fun. Like that really looks fun. But it's just a battle every day, and I think I'm starting to realize that because in the beginning it was so easy. I was secluded from everything. I wasn't on my phone, so I couldn't see what others are doing. But what's hard about this walk is that you're not gonna be walking blindly. You're gonna see everything, and I'm starting to realize that's what makes the Christian walk so hard, because it's easy to say I don't want to do all these things that people are doing when you're not seeing them. But when you're seeing them and you're like, oh, that would be fun, you know? And then you have to choose God. You have to choose God. Like, that's what I'm realizing. I have to choose God actively. It's not automatic. Automatically my body is inclined to sin, so actively I have to choose God every single time, every single second. Every single second I pick up my phone and I'm driving and I want to listen to music, I have to choose God. I'm watching TV and I want to watch like a TV show or something, I have to choose God. Church or staying home and sleeping in bed, I have to choose God. Now, sometimes you can relax at home, you know, I'm not saying all that, but these are just examples. There's a Rolling Loud concert and there's a Maverick City concert in the same day. Lil Uzi is performing the same day Maverick City is performing. I have to choose God. So it's a death thing. It's a daily thing. Like, death to self was not just 1 month for me. Like, I'm realizing it's going to be an everyday thing if I really want to walk in purpose. And what is purpose? Being with God. Walk in purpose, guys. And the only way to find your purpose is to be with the person who created you, because he's going to show you what you're supposed to do, and he's going to lead you every step of the way. So it's like choosing God every day, choosing God, choosing God, choosing God. You guys, I am so excited because we're going back to college this fall. I am so excited because I am going to show you guys how to, you know, live your life set apart in a scenery like college. I kind of sort of, I can't help but feel a little bit grossed out and a little bit like disgusted at myself, not gonna lie, for like, I know you guys love the content and I love the content, but all the stuff that I used to talk about and show, especially when I was in college, I was like, I just can't help but think like, oh man, how many people have I like led astray, you know, with like all the stuff that I used to say and my actions, my thoughts, like what all the advice that I used to give out. It's like I have so many people watching and listening, and this is what I chose to show. But I thank God for the grace of repentance and the grace of being able to choose him now, because now you guys get to see how to live in the world and not off the world. Oh, that's gonna be so fun. I'm excited for college. It's gonna be hard, but you guys are gonna come along with me every day. I'm gonna be vlogging and I'm gonna be showing y'all how to live in the world, because my school's like the #1 party school. How to live in the world but not off the world. I'm excited to go back. It's so fun because I was talking to my friends like about this last year. And I was like, oh, like, we're about to make it a movie. We're about to make it a movie. We're going out with a bang. Party. I'm about to be in every party, every club. Like, literally, that's what I was saying. I'm saying we're going out with a bang. Like, it's about to be a movie. And now I have to be like, sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I was just talking before. None of that stuff anymore. I really hope you guys, I know this series has helped you guys, and you guys have told me that. And you guys have told me that this series has helped, so I am just grateful that God was able to use me. And I'm grateful that I didn't go off the grid and do this by myself, but actually show you guys, because I know that A lot of you have said that it helps, so I'm very thankful for that. But just know that although death to self is ending, first of all, it's not really ending. This is the beginning. It's like the beginning. It's the end of the beginning. No, it's the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of the end. The series is over, but the series was the beginning of what my true purpose and what I truly have this YouTube channel for, I think, is finally going to start to show. And I'm gonna be doing all the things I used to do, you know, vlogging, hanging out with friends, blah blah blah, but more edifying content and more purposeful content, more content that feels Christ-centered, you know, because I'm going to be Christ-centered now. So everything around me is gonna be changing. Everything around me is gonna be Christ-centered, and I'm excited because I finally feel like I finally don't feel embarrassed of my content anymore. Oh, reading Zoel's Bible. I actually really like Zoel's Bible way more than mine because it's like, first of all, this is Ultimate Bible for Girls. My aunt bought her this Bible. She don't read it, so it was on this table, and I was like, oh, let me read it. It like explains it so much. I feel like this Bible is for, like, you know, like, I feel like it's for like 12-year-olds, but so many little like explanations and stuff, which is actually really helpful. If y'all like want to get into reading the Bible, I wouldn't put off a little teenage Bible like this, to be honest, especially if you're just starting to read it, because a lot of people buy Bibles and they just don't even know what it means, you know. They're just reading it and you're like, what is this talking about? But if you want, like, you know, for some explanations and stuff like that, this Bible really helps. I think I'm gonna start reading this instead of mine. I feel like I'm realizing so much, but it's only been like 6 weeks. But every day you learn, you know, every day you learn about what it truly means to live in purpose and live like you were designed to and live how Christ wanted you to. And it's hard. It's very hard. But what comes to mind is the why. Someone said a couple of days ago, oh, Pastor Charles Metcalf, he said, the two most important days in a person's life are, one, the day they were born and the day they find out why. And the day that I found out why I was born was incredible. And I'm not gonna sit here and be cynical or cryptic about like how this came to be, because I genuinely do not know. It really was a change of heart, but I think it starts slowly, you know. I didn't just start reading the Bible. You're not gonna just start reading the Bible at once to completely die to yourself. It's gonna take a slow process. It's gonna take like something to click, but for that thing to click, it's like a ticking time bomb, you know. Slowly you read the Bible more. You read the Bible more. You start cutting out things in your life. You start cutting out things in your life. Start spending more time with you start spending more time with God. Start reading his word, listening to his word, meditating in his presence. Slowly. And I used to do all of these things. I didn't do all of them at once, but at different parts of my days and different parts of the week, it'd be like a little God here and a little God here and a little God here. And I think that's fine. That's what I did. Like, little God here today, little God here tomorrow. Slowly, you're picking up God slowly every day or a couple days a week. As you do that, it's gonna pile up, and the God in you is gonna start getting stronger and stronger and stronger, till one day, boom, it clicks, and you're like, well, I actually want to do this for the rest of my life. And I hope that you guys are excited, because this truly is the beginning of the end. Like, this truly is the beginning of more purposeful stuff on my channel, more edifying stuff on my channel. Like, there's a whole bunch of noise out there. I want this channel to be a place where you come and the presence of God is felt, you know, in everything, even if it's a simple vlog or a simple playlist video or a simple day in my life or morning routine. It won't be noise. I hope it won't be noise. I hope it won't add to all this other useless stuff that is out there in the world. Like, I don't want to add to your noise. I want it to be a place of peace and of God's presence away from the world, you know. So I think this is what I meant to do. And I thank God for showing me that, because I think that I wanted to be set apart so badly, but I was just following the crowd. How can you follow the crowd and be set apart? No, you can't do that. You have to truly be set apart. So I'm excited. I'm excited for this new era of Karen. I think I go through so many each year I'm a different person, but I like who I am now, and I think hopefully it's gonna keep getting better. So I'm about to go film a podcast for my church. I'm part of the social media team now. I think I said that before, but I'm excited because I've always wanted to do something in a church and be more involved. I think one of the best ways to serve God is to serve in a church and not just go there and come home, but like, you know, work behind the scenes, do something. So if you guys are part of a church, I encourage you to try and be part of something behind the scenes and help your church out in some way. And I've always wanted to do that, but I never found a church that I like really loved till now. So if you guys are in the Worcester area, come to Souls of Yahweh. We have a podcast type thing on YouTube called Youth Talk. I think it'll be out before this video is out. So if you guys want to watch me talk more about Jesus and talk more about just how to live Christ-centered like as a young adult, that's mostly what these youth talks are about. I'm gonna link the channel down below so you guys can watch. Yeah, follow me on Instagram for more. I think I'll be posting more of what I'm doing. By the time you're watching this, I'm back on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, I've been posting, and I think I changed. After I said I was gonna go pray, I changed my outlook on Instagram. Or not changed, but I'm trying to change my outlook on Instagram. And instead of trying so hard to be something, I'm just gonna be me. And I'm using it as an outlet for myself, for God, to inspire, to edify, just show me, you know what I love to do, fashion, my art, anything that is me, that is what Instagram is for. Instagram is not for competition or trying to outdo this person or trying to just be. I think finally I'm embracing who I am and myself, and I'm getting rid of these like rules that I set aside for Instagram, like, oh, this picture has to be perfect and this and this and this and this. I'm just breaking all those rules down. I'm just being me, and it is very refreshing. I think you guys should try it. I like, why is Instagram such a big deal? Like, it used to be such a chill app, and now it became like an app that literally stressed me out. Like, I thought about what I was gonna post every single day and like how I was gonna make it better, and it was eating up my mind. But now I'm just gonna be it. I'm just gonna post what I feel and post what I like. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And that is the end of my Instagram debacle. I have realized what I'm supposed to be using Instagram for myself and not for anybody else. So yes, thanks for watching. If you have any comments about this Instagram debacle or how you use your Instagram or the stress of Instagram, let me know down below.
Context is damaging. And so I think for us, we had to set up things very practically of like, at this time, like, you got to go home, I got to go home. For the last 3 months of us, as we moved from being dating to engaged, for the last 3 months, we didn't hold hands, kiss, nothing. Like, because even out of that, there were some times of like, man, we even felt like we crossed some boundaries that we didn't want to. And so we said, I remember very specifically, we like prayed and said, God, like, we want to honor you with this last 3 months the best way we can.
Can I just say, I just love him. I love him. I love, you guys know, huge fan of Montel Fish, Joseph Solomon. Let's say the whole, you know, aesthetic of maybe Maverick City. I love people who are dedicated to this walk with God wholeheartedly, but also completely being himself. Like, he literally preaches like this in this outfit, and I think that one thing that I had to struggle with, like, in deciding about this walk, was that I thought I had to get rid of myself as well as sleeping. I had to, in some sense, get rid of myself, but not get rid of the parts that God has given to me, the art that God has given to me, the gifts he's given to me, maybe being into fashion and styling and good music and art and appreciating art. All of that can come with you, as well as Christ. Like, he put all those passions in you. You don't have to get rid of your passion for fashion. Ooh, your passion for fashion or art or maybe cooking, if it's singing, if it's poetry. You don't have to get rid of all of that to be a Christian. I think that for so long, the church, unfortunately, a lot of Christians even do this without realizing, have kind of made a box of what Christianity should be. Sam says this thing that was so funny. It was like, Jesus was not a Christian. Jesus was not a Christian. Jesus was just somebody who wanted to follow God. He didn't come to start a religion. And I think when we focus so much on religion and trying to fit yourself into this Christian box of what a of what a person who loves and follows God wholeheartedly has to look like, that's when you get stuck, because you're like, well, I don't look like that. And that's when I had to really like reflect. I was like, well, I don't look like that. Like, I love fashion, I love styling, I love streetwear. Do I have to get rid of all of that to follow God? No, it can come along with me. He put those desires in me for a reason. He knows there's something that I can express. I can express the talent he's given me through YouTube, through anything. You can express all these talents that God has placed in your heart by glorifying him. Somebody looks at your page and sees that, oh, you dress really well, and then they follow you for your outfits, but then as they keep following you, keep preaching the word of God or showing them God's love or stuff like that, you can show others that, oh, I can be cool and also love God. And I think that those two are often like, it's thought to be mutually exclusive. Like, I can't be cool, I can't be trendy, I can't be aesthetic while loving God at the same time. And I think I had to like deal with that, because I love being on social media, I love influencing, if that's a weird word to say, but I love all those things. But I thought I had to get rid of them to be like all the other Christians that I see. But it's like, you do not have to be like anybody else. You can love God wholeheartedly and completely be yourself. It doesn't mean you have to follow what the world is doing. Completely be yourself while also dedicating yourself to God, which is why I love all those people that I mentioned, because they showed me and they made my walk a little bit more easier, because they showed me like, oh, I can just be me and love God as well. I don't have to fit into this whole Christian box and stuff. So yeah, I love Pastor Charles Metcalf. I think he shows a good example of what it means to be even a pastor. He's a pastor, but like dresses cool. Like, you know, you don't have to fit into whatever box religion has made for us. So it's more about relationship, guys. Remember that. More about relationship. Hello, peoples. This is my outfit. You guys know I thrifted this. I showed you. I really am having a hard time recollecting where I got these pants from. But they're like cargo pants. I think Brandy Melville. Yes, that's why I couldn't remember, because I don't normally shop at Brandy Melville, so I couldn't remember. But yeah, Brandy Melville. And then my Obsidians. A lot of you guys wanted me to do a playlist video, or want me to do a playlist video. I'm just not sure what kind of playlist, because I have like, you know, worship music, and then I have like regular music to appease the fleshly desires that I have without it being worldly, you know, like non-secular, but like other genres, like Christian Afrobeats, Christian R&B, oh, my seatbelt, and Christian, all that kind of stuff, Christian rap. So I'll give you guys a little teaser of like maybe some of the things I listen to. Works of your hands, I love how you do things. I love to sing about it.
When we don't feel like going much longer. Anybody feel that way right now? Yes, there are those times, but God is only making you stronger. So
do you have anything to say to the vlog? Yeah.
What's up?
No way. That's all you have to say? Yeah, okay.
God's gonna work it out.